Welcome back to Good Day. I'm back with Emily Ingram. She is a personal trainer at Anytime Fitness, and she also does bodybuilding competitions, fitness competitions, and you do fitness modeling as well. So you've got all kinds of stuff going on. But we wanted to ask you, you've got kids, and you still obviously have time for the gym. So what are your thoughts on that?
Like I said before, it's mostly about making time for the gym. I have a very crazy life like most people, 4 kids and a busy husband and all of that. So just making time to go to the gym. I know a lot of times people say, well, the gym isn't open, when I'm going to go. But a lot of gyms now have 24 access keys, like Anytime Fitness. You can get in 3 in the morning, 12:30 in the morning, middle of the day, whenever's convenient for you. So as long as you're making the time and trying to get in at least an hour in a day, that's not very much time out of our lives to dedicate to health and fitness. Not only that, but setting an example for your kids too.
I think that's very important.
Right.
Okay, but if you can't make it to the gym, you do have some things that you're going to show us of what people can do right now in their homes. So we're going to let you go ahead and demonstrate.
Okay. I always tell people the most important things you can do, and you can do at home. You can do lunges, you can do squats, you can do push-ups, and you can do pull-ups, and you can do crunches. And none of those require weight besides your own body weight. The important thing is obviously making sure your form is right. And when you're doing anything lower body, you want to make sure that your knees do not go over your toes this way. So for instance, when you're lunging, if you have a nice good wide stance, keep your chest lifted here and watch your knee. Just drop the back knee down, and so this one stays right above your ankle. Down and squeeze.
And now what sets and reps do you think you should do?
I am not a fan of counting. I kind of either go till it hurts and add about 5 more.
Okay.
Or do it for 30 to 45 seconds. And you can do walking lunges, or you can just do stationary ones. So if you're here and you're doing stationary lunges, you can do that for 30 to 45 seconds and then switch legs. You want to make sure it's even.
Okay.
With your squats as well, make sure you're just throwing your butt back, watch your knees so it stays in line with your ankles here.
So don't go over your toes.
Right. You don't want to do this. You're lunging through your knees. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your knees, and eventually, you can have injury.
Sure.
So you want to make sure that your form is very good on that.
Okay. All right. Well, real quick, when it comes to push-ups, give us the #1 thing to remember.
The #1 thing to remember, give yourself enough room. You see a lot of people hunched over this way. Keep your chest lifted, keep your head lifted, keep your abs really tight. You can YouTube videos on how to do the perfect push-up. Breathing. A lot of people hold their breath. Make sure you're breathing throughout all of your exercise, making sure your body, you're getting enough oxygen so you're breathing properly. But just, like I said, YouTube is a great teacher. You can learn everything you need.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you guys go check out some YouTube videos on that. We're going to be back with Emily in just a little bit, talking more about eating right, nutrition, and other things that she has for you guys to know this morning. Chris, mother of 4, and you got some advice, some tips for mothers this morning and taking care of yourself.
Right. Most of my clients are mothers, and they're my favorite to work with, just because obviously, that's what I am. But it's important, I always say, for mothers to make sure that they remember that you are also a human being. You're not just a mom, you're not just a wife, you're also your own person. And so I always try and make sure women, when they come into the gym, it's a great time to get some free therapy. Yeah. Come in, know what you're doing, come with a plan, eat to support your plan. Come in and, zone out, because in the gym, you're just you. I know all my clients are mothers. I know they're all wives, and they all have very crazy lives. But in the gym, they're just themselves, and it's a great, great way to reconnect with yourself and to build your self-confidence. And self-confidence is very important for women to have.
Of course, and some really great tips this morning. Now, to go along with that, eating healthy can be so hard, especially if you really like food and you really like chocolate chip cookies and, all kinds of different things like that might not be good to eat all the time. So what are your thoughts on how to gain self-control?
Well, something I always tell myself is food is just food. It will always be there. If you can really strive to reach your goals and, all things in moderation. If you like chocolate chip cookies, maybe, don't reward yourself with food. You hear that saying, don't reward yourself, you're not a dog.
Yes.
But once you hit your goals, maintain your goals, and you're staying in the gym, it's okay to have a chocolate chip cookie. Just don't go overboard.
Sure.
Don't, have a tendency. I used to have the tendency to, okay, well, I'll have 2 Hershey's Kisses. Well, I'll just eat the whole bag and it'll be gone in one day.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it's sick to my stomach. But if you can have everything in moderation, it helps with that. Don't beat yourself up if you fall off the bandwagon. Just get back up and stay positive. It's important to build a positive group, and I always encourage my ladies and the people I work with to stay very positive. Always focus on the good that you've done. Don't focus on, well, if I would have started this long ago, if I wouldn't have done that. Being negative is very, very discouraging. It can really hinder your results. So building a positive foundation and a positive group of people around you really, really helps.
Wonderful. Well, if you guys would like to talk with Emily, she's at Anytime Fitness. Where are you guys located?
We are right by the Winn-Dixie, right up the 19, right next to it.
Well, we're going to have Emily back on in the weeks to come because she's got some competitions coming up, and I think it's fascinating how she prepares for these things. So we're going to be learning more about that in the weeks to come when she returns to us. But we thank you for coming on. You guys see her at Anytime Fitness. Emily Ingram, thank you so much. Stick around. We'll be back with more Good Day.